All right, we going. Welcome to the D Program Show. I got a very special guest. Y'all know him as Bigfoot. I know him as Joe Reed. We go way back, straight up out of Washington Hills. Bigfoot, OG, Joe Reed. What's going on, my brother?
What's cracking, homie? What it do, fam?
Man, man, hold on. I'm tripping, man. Hold on. We gonna get it together. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, we good. I'm tripping, man.
That's all right.
Man, what's going on with you, my brother? We gonna get it done.
Hey, man, I'm good, man. I'm just cool. I ain't making too much noise. Just making a little noise, but not too much.
All right, man. Let's start off with the. I guess we'll start out with the gang situation, right?
Okay.
All right. What? Okay, you being an OG in the game, long as you've been in the game, you ain't got to go deep in detail how long you've been in it. What's the difference in the gang mentality back then when you started and the gang mentality now?
The game mentality back then, you had real OGs. Even if they weren't a real game member, they was real OGs because they taught you the game. It was a respect level. You couldn't move unless you got permission to do certain things. Back then is if you had an issue with an individual, you can't just go put your hands on that individual. You got to get the okay from the big homie. If the big homie don't give you the okay, then you can't touch him because it's always was said you can't make money when the block is hot. So therefore, you had structure. Believe it or not, even though it was illegal, but you had structure. Now you fast forward to now, it's no structure. You got dudes claiming to be big homies that they ain't never did no gangster shit in their life. But here they is, they trying to guide some young guys, and in some instances, you got the guys they trying to guide is more gangster than they is. So it's not no real structure. And when they have an issue, they just go and do whatever they want to do, shoot somebody's house up and all that. Back when I came up, man, that was the last thing you're gonna do was shoot somebody's house up. Y'all gonna meet toe to toe. The two big homies gonna get together. We're gonna set up a meet spot, and y'all gonna get it off your chest and go toe to toe. May the best man win. You gonna fight till so somebody say, "Man, I done had enough." Now everybody gonna go their separate way. You got it off their chest, and you can go back to getting money. They don't do it like that now. They just shoot it up, bang bang, and run everything hot. That's why I don't have no respect. I got respect for very few of the little gangsters right now, man, because they don't have no respect and they damn sure don't have no loyalty to each other.
So what made the situation change from then to now? What caused the structure to be lost?
Well, I think what caused you had some real OGs that went to prison. So when they did went to prison, or not necessarily went to prison, they just got older, got a family, and chose a different route, which ain't nothing wrong with that. So once they chose a different route, either they had a family or they went to prison. You had ones coming up that didn't have nobody to listen to. So the ones they were listening to never was proper. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you got the blind leaving the blind. So therefore, that's where it's changed it, because these guys now they not majority of them not proper. What they do is if they hang with somebody who really is a gang member, so now they gonna say they that particular gang. But when I came up, if you said you was part of a clique, and come to find that you wasn't, you got your ass beat. You couldn't false claim to be rolling 20 and you wasn't nothing just because you hung with me. You can't claim that you was a rolling 20. Only thing you can say is shit, I roll with the big homie. I'm cool with the big homie. Now, you make and go far as like, well, I'm affiliate with them because I'm cool. But that's where you draw the line. You can never claim to be something that you're not. Now they let guys claim to be shit and they really ain't. Then when push comes to shove, you'll be surprised how many of these youngsters ain't even gang members now. But that's what they claiming. So it's no structure at all no more.
And when you say proper, give a proper context of what you mean by proper.
Okay. Prop is this. When I got put down when I was a youngster in the game, I got put down in Long Beach, California. The thing is, you get in a circle. It's on your big homie. How many people gonna sit there and fight you? Without going into detail because it's against the rules about the proper way how you go. But that's how it is. You get what we call in a rack. You get in a circle. In my case, I had 6 people to form a circle. And I had to knuckle up. I had to go 3 minutes. They don't expect for you to win, but they expect for you to be able to hold your own to see if you either worthy of being on the set. Once you fall, you can't get beat on or nothing like that. You have a short time limit to get up. In my case, I had to be up back on my feet within 3 seconds. So therefore, that was the proper way of getting put down in the game, which was blood or Crips. Now you got guys that claim to be something, but they not proper. They didn't get put in a rack. And also, before you could get put on a rack, you went on watch. And when you went on watch, you got taught the history or whatever gang set you was in, when it was formed, what year, who started. So therefore, it was you had language that went behind it. So even before you even got to the rack, you had to speak that literature back to them. If you couldn't spit back what you've been taught, then you can't even get in the game. I don't care how good you could fight. But it was levels to get into a game. Now these young boys, they don't know their literature, they don't know the history, and then they not even getting in a rack fighting. So therefore, it's all fucked up on their end because they ain't going the right way about it. So that's why I say they not proper. I'll give you another example. When I came home from the Feds joint, I got hired on at Turner High School by Keith the Book, be the strength and condition coach. Also, along with that, from my game background, they wanted me to talk to some of the guys that they really wanted, make some see graduate and all that. They had some they claimed to want to get out the game. So they brought me in to be able to see, can I help with my background and see, can I help, reach out to some of they big homies to get them out. You had one guy in China saying that he was a Crip and this and that. So I said, oh yeah, I know the big homie on that set. So once I reached out to the big homie didn't even know who I was talking about. He said, who? You say, who trying to get out? Who trying to get out the game? I said, then I showed him a picture. He said, man, I ain't never seen him a day in my life. Come to find out, he was faking. He ran with guys who was Crip, but he wasn't proper. But he was saying he wanted to get out the game. So that's what I mean. That's just an example what I mean, that these guys claim to be stuff, but he had the principal, the basketball coach. He had them trying to help him, thinking he was really in the game, but he wasn't even in the game. So, but the heat had got on him. They had shot up somebody's house, and the heat was coming back. So now he wanted to get away from it, but you can't get away from it because you ran with these guys, but he would claim to be proper. He wasn't proper. So that's what I mean when I say proper. It's levels to it, but these guys ain't proper and going through the proper channel to get proper.
All right, let me ask you this. I've always heard, I don't know, so I'm asking you. When you get in a game, they say if you talk to the police involving any crime, that's snitching. Meaning, if me and you get into it, if I do something to you, since you in the game, you don't have the right to go to the police. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So I thought you were still talking. That's why I say, when you came up, that's how it was. When you came up, they had stitches end up in ditches. Snitches end up in ditches. Back in the day when we were coming to, I was young, they stood by that. In some places they still stand by it. But you have so many niggas talking now, you know what I'm saying? Niggas saying now, like, shit, well, if a nigga told on me, I'm finna pass on and tell on another nigga. So now they got to somewhere along the line that, okay, if this nigga get you, then shit, keep it even. You know what I'm saying? Pass it on. So somewhere along the line, before I ever got my fed time, they got okay with that shit. So motherfucker eased up off the rules of the game and lighten the game. I mean, you have niggas like right now in our city, you have niggas who went to prison for 15 or more years, then got out, back doing the same thing, and the same person who got the whole clip knocked off they back doing business with them. So they okay with it. You know what I'm saying? But so, I mean, if you have it like that, and this person, you know what I'm saying, this person gangster, I ain't gonna say their name, but everybody in the streets know this particular person. He gangster, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know he got bodies, but, you know, if he okay with it, then who am I or who are you to be like, man, blah, 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 blah. So that's what I'm saying. You got some guys, they just okay with me like, well, that's part of it. But, you know, I was always told, you know, once I got jammed up and my situation went to the Fed, somebody was on my team that jammed me up and told on my kid's mama, nigga like shit, nigga, you know, pass that shit on. So when nigga, you got niggas saying that it's okay and think it's okay. So now you got two different sides. Some sides say, man, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Never do that. Then you got this side that you got gangsters on, like, pass that shit. So now you in the middle. You feel what I'm saying? So what do you do? Because at the end of the day, you might hear somebody say, oh, he a snitch, or she a snitch. But motherfucker still doing business with them. So therefore, how do you go about it? At the end of the day, it come on you as the individual. It come on you to the individual choose what you want to do. But what I would tell a person in a minute, it's on you to choose. But I say this, if you're going to do business with somebody who told on somebody, all I say is don't do no illegal business with them. If you don't do anything illegal with them, it ain't shit they can tell. They can tell all day, but if it's legal, then how can you get in trouble? Now, if you choose to do something illegal with a motherfucker and you know the toll, then that's on you. But every situation have his own. And that's what I would say. Every situation have his own. Cause being in the feds, I've seen a lot of different nigga paperwork. And it's situations you seen like, man, you can't even make this shit up in a movie. So every situation is different. And it's on the individual how they want to go about it, how they want to deal with it. Everybody deal with shit different. Of course, you know, the mafia, they deal with their shit just straight off, just killing. You can't tell at all. So, you know, the code should have stayed like that, but it's 50-50. I can honestly tell you, man, I truly in my heart believe it's 50-50, meaning I won't even say 50-50. I say 60-40. 60% people like shit. If you snitch, it is what it is. Oh, well, that's part of the game now. 40% like, no, they still believe in the mafia rule. But I truly believe niggas around our city, they want to put the dirt in the game. So it's 60% don't feel like shit. Pass that shit on and keep it moving. So, like I say, at the end of the day, who is me or you to sit here and trip about it when niggas have made it okay?
Yeah. So with the legal system, with that being said, I hear you talk about the legal system. Why is it that why do you think dudes who choose to get in the gang or choose to sell dope be mad at the police or the DA for doing their job? Why do you think that is?
Now that's what I think is crazy. And I spoke on this on my little live the other day. This what I have issue with. If you choose to do whatever it is illegal, let's say dope, since that's the high crime thing. If you choose to go out there, let's take, because we were just talking about heroin. Let's take heroin. Everybody know heroin gonna get you forever. So if you choose to go out there and sell some heroin, and the police happen to run up on you, get behind you, whatever case may be, and give you 20 years for an ounce of heroin, I don't want to hear motherfuckers say, man, that white man fucked me up. Man, them white people fucked my life up, man, gave me all this time. No, nigga, you gave yourself all that time. So you can't get mad. So that's something a motherfucker never could tell me. Man, the white man gave me all this time. Because first I don't say, did the white man make you sell that dope? Did the white man put that dope in your hand? So stop saying the white man made you do it because you chose to do that shit. You know the consequences. So when motherfuckers say that, I don't really listen to it. Don't have nothing that's really hear nothing else they got to say, because I already know they got a fucked up mindset because the white man didn't do it to you. You did it yourself. And like I say, how can I get mad? We know if you get in the system, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get fucked when it comes to that time. You know what I'm saying? You know this before you pick that dope up. If you get jammed up, it might be your time. Because this how the lawyers play. This is what I had a lawyer tell me. I'm going to tell you who my lawyer was. He dead now. Senator Ward Crutchfield. My first gun charge I got, I used him. I paid him. He was high, but guess what he told me? He said, you can pay me this price, or you can go get another lawyer. But if you go get another lawyer, you better hope that it ain't they turn to owe the DA a favor. I said, what you mean by that? He said, because he said it's the game that we play. They'll rub our back, and then when it's time to throw them by 5 or 6 fish mean they gonna burn 5 or 6 people on some fucked up time. He said that's what they do. So he said, but me being the top lawyer in the city, and I'm the senator, he said all my people, get good time. I said, oh yeah, said yeah. So of course I used them. My shit was just a little goddamn 45-day probation. Back in the day when the probation place was over there in North Chattanooga, that was in the 90s, and I never got fucked. But I just seen niggas have the same charge I have, just got caught with a pistol, end up going to jail, civil jail for 1129 or a year and a half. Same charge, no background or nothing, but end up being they lawyer end up he owed that DA the favor, so it was just his time to get burnt. So the lawyers took the client money and burnt them. So that's how the system goes. So hey, you gambling all the way around, so you can't get mad, because if you say you don't know that's how the game goes and you in the street, then you telling a motherfucking lie, because that's how the game goes. And that's just how it is.
So it's possible that a dude could have been possibly, I guess we'll say innocent sometimes.
Yeah.
And then they bring a case on him, and then the lawyer just so happened to owe the DA a favor, and he say, man, here you go.
Yep. Hey, it's fucked up, ain't it? But hey, that's how the game go in that lawyer office, man. And hey, in them courtrooms, that's just how it go. That's a true saying. It's all about who you know. I knew Ward Crutchfield. I could afford him. So that's how. But you use a public defender. Sometimes a public defender gonna burn you quicker than anybody, because you gotta remember a public defender trying to move up too. So sometimes they were like, I'm gonna give you this. You know what I'm saying? Just give us your client. When they say give us your client, like just act like you're doing the best he can. Because they all got numbers. They all gotta look good. They gotta put so many people in them jails, man. That's what people don't know. When you go to jail, especially like federal, the county jail for holding federal inmates, I used to know the exact dollar amount when I was locked up. They get so much money a day per inmate. So therefore, they make money by having you in there. So yeah, they gonna get your ass in there because they make money. They gonna goddamn get a bonus on their check. They looking good because they got a high rate, and that's just how it goes. So that's part of the game, and it ain't nothing. It ain't gonna never change. I don't care who get in office. I don't care who you vote in. That shit ain't gonna never change because it's a money thing. You ain't gonna stop that money because that money make the world go around. So you ain't gonna stop that money.
Okay, we gonna deal with the feds since you brought that up. Why is it that dudes don't want to work a job on the street and then sell this big boy dope and gotta go work for slave wages in the feds? Why you think they don't recognize, hey man, I'm gonna either work it out here, or I'm gonna work it out. Cause am I tripping on that? Is that how they go?
Hey, look, I'm glad you brought that up. I was one of them dudes like, I had never worked before. But, you know what I'm saying? Once I went and did my little fed time, I said, I'm greedy. I like to eat. So I put in an application because I want to work in the kitchen around the food. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, man, when they told me how much I was going to be, I wasn't working in the kitchen to get paid because it ain't no money. I'm working because I like working out. So therefore, I know I have a high metabolism, so I like to eat. Because you got to understand, when I left the streets, I was eating between 12 to 15 times a day within a 24-hour period because I have a high metabolism. So when I went in at 302 pounds. Within 8 months, I dropped from 302, and this all at the counter because I couldn't eat normally the way that I ate. So I went from 302 to 214 pounds in 8 months. And this ain't working out doing no cardio. that's how I fell off because my body was custom eating. So let me fast forward. So when I do get to the Fed, they say, all right, you're gonna make 32 cents an hour. 32 cents an hour? You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn, 32 cents an hour. Listen, that was some wild ass shit, but this one I'm gonna mess up in. Once I worked my way and got to the camp, worked my way down, I got to the camp, because I got to the camp to get the drug program. The camp, you go out, like, say for instance, let's say for instance, the University of Tennessee, UTC, that's the prison yard, right? Okay. They will go to places like China High School, Brainerd High School, Howard, over there, Lookout State. They cut grass. It was a work camp. So they bus you to these different locations. The final location was like, it was like 50 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? It was just like traveling out of town. It was a Navy base. So they go, you know what I'm saying? They take about 5 buses, about a total about 400 inmates. Excuse me, and go cut grass, did the landscaping, right? Okay. Now you out in the sun from 8 o'clock in the morning when you get there. You don't leave till like 3:30. If you stay 50 minutes away, you know what I'm saying? They load up the bus by 3, get back by 5 o'clock, so you be ready for chow. But man, you working cutting grass for 35 cents and 30 cents an hour, man. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. You just don't go cut. You don't go do no working on Saturday and Sunday. Then when you get your check at the end of the month, they automatically put in your account, and all you got from working doing all that, you done got blacker than a motherfucker, especially in the summertime. Man, you got $65 or $72, dog. So that's why I can go hard and work all these jobs like I do now, because if I worked in that kitchen and made 30 to 35 cents an hour, well, I can't go out here and goddamn go bust my ass and goddamn and still have my freedom. You feel what I'm saying? So once you get behind them bars, if you ever been behind them and realize it, then you like, man, just like I was just having a conversation with a girl. Shit, it got to make sense. But these numbers don't make sense no more. So you mean to tell me, I give prime example. When I left here, the most I ever paid for a brick was $17,000. That's the most I ever paid for one. I come home and it's 36 ounces in the brick. I just broke this down. It's 36 ounces in the brick. For people who can't do numbers, let me make it easy. Let's push it. Let's say you even paid $20,000 for a brick. It's 36 ounces in the brick. Nigga was selling ounces $1,000. If you paid $20,000 for a brick and you sell each ounce for $1,000, that's $36,000. That's a $16,000 profit. You with me?
I'm with you.
Okay. So 20,000 get you 16. You damn near double your money, right? Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you straight. Now I come home, this same brick is 30,000. 30,000. So now a person can go from making $16,000 profit to now the dope got to be perfect. So now you make a $6,000 profit. Let's say the dope fucked up the way it was when I came home. The dope fucked up. So now you got to fix all this you done cooked up. So you go from paying $30,000, you only gonna make a $6,000 profit. Let's say you got down, had to fix so many ounces. Now you done messed up 3 ounces because you had to fix it. So you took $30,000 just to make a $3,000 profit. Man, that shit crazy as hell. Where do that make sense at, man? You feel what I'm saying? The numbers don't add up. So you mean to tell me you took penitentiary changes again just to make $3,000, where you can go out here and work some overtime working job and make $3,000 in 2 weeks? You feel what I'm saying? You might have to bust your ass, but even if you bust your ass, guess what? You got your freedom. So why not go out here? That's why you see me with my hands in everything. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. You feel what I'm saying? Because if I got my hand over here in the store, I got my hand over here in security, I got my hand in a barber shop in Atlanta, I got my hand in a salon in Nashville, down in Griffin, Georgia. If I got my hands in all this and it's legit, I guarantee you won't have no headache. You feel what I'm saying? Because it got to make sense, because I got to go. When I retire, I'm 46. I said by the time I'm 49 years old, 3 years from now, with all the business I got going on, I want to have an income of at least $22,000 a month coming in. A lot of people say $22,000 a month being retired, that ain't much. But if you got money put up in the bank, you don't blow money, and you got $22,000 coming in a month, it's 12 months in a year. You got $22,000. You just think this: how many people spend $22,000 in a month? You don't. You feel what I'm saying? Not unless you rich. But a person like me and you, we ain't even spending $10,000 a month.
No.
You feel what I'm saying? So if you know how to sit down and budget your money, and then stack your money because you invested your money and stuff, you'll be set for life. You'll be straight. So that's why I say you couldn't pay me. I just had this conversation. You couldn't pay me to go back to selling no goddamn cocaine no more, man. It don't add up. Now if it added up, then we might have a conversation. But hey, that shit don't add up. Guess what? If it don't make sense, I don't want no part of it, man. So yeah. So I don't understand why guys that went in, and I especially don't understand them guys who they did 15 and 20 years and they come back home. Okay, if you did the same thing to get on your feet, then okay, I understand that. But you going right back trying to make a life out of it? Nigga, if you're 40 years old and you still selling crack, boy, kill yourself. You wasting your time and everybody else's time around you, man. It ain't like you say, you might well go get a job, man, because that's why it's going to equal out to. So I don't understand that, man. I'm with you 100% on that.
Because I tell people, especially with the law, I say, hey man, check this out. I say, if you look at the law, when you talk about slavery, the 13th Amendment says if you commit a crime, it's punishable by slavery. So why I'm not knowing this, I ain't finna give you my life.
Right.
So I just can't do that. So my thing is, I go on and work this little overtime at this little job.
Right.
Make something happen. And then when you holler at me after you done did your 5 and 10 years, I'm straight. I got my family intact, my mind, I got a peace of mind, and I ain't got to worry about, man, what they for. Because at the end of the day, if it's set up for the system set up basically against us in a roundabout way.
Right.
If we know this, my thing is I can't even play that game. It's like we playing Monopoly, and I know it's built for me to lose. I'm straight on it.
Right.
I'm straight on. I can't get with that.
Yeah, you right. I agree with you 100% because it's set up for you to lose. You know, you have some to win, but you, like you say, roll that dice on and see how many win. I feel like I won because what prison did for me was, you know, it didn't calm me down because the way my mindset is. But what I did use to do, I got certified in HVAC, got certified being a plumber. You know, I use it to benefit myself because I said, you know, once I go back home, I got to do something different. So I want to have different trades to fall on. But I look at the feds. I look at federal prison as a university. And why I say that, people look at me crazy when I say that. I say because you go to college to learn, right? You go to college to get a degree. Well, you got all these guys in prison. I'm gonna be honest with you. You got a lot of smart guys in prison. So if you sit there and pick their brain, don't pick the nigga's brain who just like you. It didn't make no sense to me. Now, don't get me wrong. I hung around my crib homies and all that, and niggas I met was cool with. But I'm gonna tell you, I hung around. I sat at the dinner table in Chi Hall with the white guys and the nerdy black men. The reason is they ain't in there for selling no drugs. Man, they ain't there for embezzling money, man. You know what I'm saying? This one guy embezzled, goddamn, $50 million, man, in 3 years. They didn't get no money from him. Guess how much time he got, dog? 11 months. Hey, he ain't got no background. 11 months. He ran it down to me, man. This man here, and this is what he showed me. He said, in federal prison, the most money you can have on your books is $1 million. You could be Bill Gates. You can't even have but $1 million on your book.
So they'll let you put $1 million on your book?
Yeah, you can't go past $1 million. You can have worth $1 million. You can have up to $1 million on your book. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? 0 the Lord, $1 million is the most. You can't have $1 million and 1 penny. You can only have $1 million. Because you have people send people money in, or sometimes people know they going in, so they have it set up where they get to wherever they get to, have their money put in because they don't trust people having their money. But yeah, $1 million is the most that you can have. Now check this out. This dude, he wore dirty ass white tennis shoes. He didn't never really buy no shoes off the commissary. Didn't never iron his clothes. I'm picking his brain, so this me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like, man, I'm listening to this motherfucker, man. He talking all this shit. Then I'm looking at his shoe. Now, mind you, my dumb ass, just like I'm acting like I'm on the street. Soon some new shoes hit commissary, I gotta have. I'm paying $8 or $9 for some new shoes. Nigga, I'm in Brands. Where I'm supposed to go? You feel what I'm saying? That's money I should be less stacking. I'm buying every time new shoes come out. About every month, I want some new shoes. I'm trying to stay clean. He ain't never buy no shoes, right? So I'm thinking he broke. I'm like, man, this man, they always say you can't count another man's pocket. Man, he said, I'm gonna show you something. He said, because you act like you don't believe me. So we go up to the library. He said, I want to show you something on my account. So I still don't know what he's doing. So we had it was called True Links. He type into his True Links. Everybody counts the same way. You type in, put your code in, then you can click into messages, you can email, and your bank account. Man, that man clicked into his bank account. Man, that man had over $900,000 in his account. $900,000 in his account, man. Hey, boy, I started listening to every goddamn thing. But my point of saying is, I surrounded myself with people that wasn't like me, and I was able to pick their brain. And a lot of stuff I do now, I always remember the stuff that they told me when I was in prison, the guys that I said at Chi Hall and talked to. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't sell no drugs, man. They were business, man. Yeah, they slid off the bread and did some illegal shit. But at the same time, when they slid off the bread, they were getting under a year. When we slide off the bread,
it's over with.
Nigga, hey, your 5-year-old gonna be graduating when you come home. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, why I'm gonna surround myself with guys like me when a nigga couldn't talk to me about dope? It ain't nothing you could tell me about how you can weigh dope, cook dope, stretch dope, flip dope. You couldn't tell me that. So why I'm gonna surround myself with somebody who I already know what I know? I took it to surround myself with shit that I don't know and learn. And that's why I go, one of the other reasons I go hard like I go now, because I remember my lesson that I learned, like, man, you can do anything you want to do. Don't never let nobody, just because, yeah, I got a felon on my record, man, but guess what? That shit don't bother me out. Have I been told no on some jobs before when I first came home? Yeah, I was told no, but I knew I was going to be told no. It didn't hurt my feelings. I didn't get in my feelings. Them no's make me go hard till somebody said yes. And then Komatsu hired me. And then, you know what I'm saying, when I went to Komatsu, man, they didn't care nothing about your background. All that man said is, I don't care what you went to prison for, is you going to come to work. I said, yeah, I'm going to come to work. I'm on paper. I got to be here. That's enough for me, and they hired me. So it's on you to put in your mind what you want to do, man. But like you say, the system is set up. If you're doing something illegal, especially selling drugs, it's set up, man, to make you fail. So it's on you, like I say, it's on you, man. If it's set up to lose, why even play that game that way? Because it's set up to lose. You know, you can get away with it for a long time. But somewhere along the line, that pitcher gonna throw a strike. And you feel me?
And I'm gonna piggyback off something you said.
Okay.
Think about this. I use this analogy a lot. You said you treated prison like a university.
Mm-hmm.
Really, the cold game is, it is a university.
Yeah.
Think about this. When you went to prison, you went to an institution.
Right.
When they go to college, they go to an institution.
Right.
Then when you go to college, you depending on people to send you money.
Yeah.
You got to struggle. You got to navigate your way. Same way in prison. You got to struggle, navigate your way. Then if you finish school, you do 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
People get the normal sentence in certain crimes is like 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, you're right.
So you develop a prison mentality in a sense in school.
Yep.
Cause you do whatever you got to do to survive. You adapt a trade, all that. And if you go inside a dorm room, for the most part, some of them look like sales.
Yeah, you're right. You absolutely right about that. You absolutely right about that.
And then what I noticed too is, I never forget this. My ex, her brother was in, I think, Wartburg in the penitentiary. So I had never been and seen an actual state penitentiary. Right. So I'm from the west side, and I know how the project look.
Right.
So when we pull up to the penitentiary, I'm like, hold up. This look like the bricks. This look just like the project.
Right.
So I'm seeing this, and then I did, in 2007, I did 4 months in Silverdale.
Right.
So I'm seeing the outside. Then when I go to jail, I'm seeing the inside. So I'm like, okay, it looked like the project. Then I ain't never been to prison, but when I went to Silverdale, the atmosphere just like the project. So it's like they train you, okay, if you can make it in this environment, you gonna feel right at home in this environment.
Right.
And then what bothered me is I hear old heads. At the time I was in my 20s. This dude, I never forget it, he like 65 at the time. He educating dudes on, hey, bro, when you go to the penitentiary, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, you ain't tired of this. You 65 years old. You've been coming in here since you was in your early 20s. And now you educating a 17, 18-year-old dude. Hey, this how you jail. I'm like, bro. So when you said that about the prison, it stuck in my mind. It's the same. People don't want to look at it. And then check this out. When you come out of prison, unless you got a job, you come out, like you say, they charge you.
Right.
So you come out in debt, and people don't even know that. When you go to jail and you come out in debt.
You come out in debt, yep.
When you go to college, you come out in debt.
Yep.
So why they do all that, I be like, it's the same game.
It's the same game. It's the money game. That's all it is. It's the money game. And people don't understand it. And that's why I say, like I said yesterday, people need to learn how to play the game, because you play the game to win. If you play the game just to be average, you done already lost. Sometimes you can change the game for the better, but you got to understand, you play the game to win, man. If you ain't playing to win, you already done lost.
So let me ask you this, since we was talking about prison, why do you think in our community we look more to the prisoner, the dude who did, well, if you go do 5 to 10 years in the prison, you a hero when you on the street.
Right.
Why you think that is far as us?
Because we got a fucked up mentality mind. Because if you think that's cool doing that much time, and motherfucker come home and patting you on your back and all that shit, man, you're a motherfucking fool, man. Because ain't nothing cool about going to prison. I hate when people say, you ain't gangster till you go to prison. You telling a goddamn lie. You know what I'm saying? Where you tell me where in the book it say that shit at? Because hey, you telling a lie on that. To me, you gangster if you don't go, because you were smart enough to beat the system. Just if you was illegal, you feel what I'm saying? You were smart enough to beat the system, play the system, and win the system. You know what I'm saying? That's gangster to me. You feel what I'm saying? So, like you say, in our neighborhood, they want to salute and give props to the ones who did all this time. Man, that shit ain't hitting on nothing, because all that time you did, you lost time. And some people who institutionalized, I got a partner right now. He got 25 with 24 and a half years. when he could have went. And I say his name. His name is Sammy McDaniel. He was a hood star. He was the brick man. He was getting them bricks from Cali back then. Got jammed up. They offered him 5 years. He thought because he had all the money, he wasn't taking no 5 years, so he went to trial. Man, they hit him. He went my 11th grade year. Check this out now.
Hold on. He went to prison your 11th grade year?
My 11th grade year, and I graduated in 1992. So my 11th grade year was 1991. He went to prison my 11th grade year, 1991. He went to trial, got 23 and a half years. They found him guilty. Dog, when I go to prison, I run into him. I run into him once I get to go to the camp for the drug program. Guess what year that was I ran into him? He left my 11th grade year, 1991. I run into him in 2011 in prison. That's a lot of damn time, man.
Hold on. You was in 11th grade in 91.
Yep.
He left in 91.
Yep.
You run into him in prison in 2011?
Yes, sir.
And he hadn't been out since 91.
He haven't been out.
And he could have did 5 years.
And he could have did, and he would have did 5 because he got the drug program. When I met him, he was there for the drug program. So we got in the drug program together. He was in a class ahead of me. He got out before he finished the class because Obama signed that law in 2011. You know how a lot of people got out of prison.
Yeah.
He got out on a meter release. So he didn't get to finish the program. It take 9 months to finish the drug program. He was 2 months into the program. And then Obama signed that law and he fell up under that law. He got a meter release. And so, yeah, that's how he got out. When he would have only did, actually, since he got the drug program, on a 60-month sentence, which feds you, they time out in months. 60 months is 5 years. They offer him 60 months. If he would have took it on them 60 months because he get the drug program because he didn't have no gun in his charge, you know how much he would have did? All you do on 60 months, which is 5 years, if you get the drug program, 2 years and 10 months. Because with the good time off and the drug program, 18 months off, that would all add up to. So he would have did 2 years and 10 months.
34 months.
Yeah. That motherfucker went to trial and damn, they did his whole bid. All because he thought he was the man. The mentality that he listened to niggas on the street. Take that shit to trial. Take that shit to trial, man. He took that shit to trial and they knocked his damn head off. Yeah, so that mentality, I learned from people like that. What I mean by that is, boy, don't never take that shit to trial.
Especially if you know you wrong.
Yeah, and that's my point. Nigga, you know you was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is the way I'm gonna go to trial. If they try to get me to plea out to 20 years and a life, hell no, I ain't playing after that. We're gonna crank this trial up. We're gonna try. But if you're talking about you trying to get me to plea out to 5 years, we're gonna sign that paperwork right now, man. You feel what I'm saying? Because I know in and out. You gotta know the system. You can't start selling drugs and you don't know the federal guidelines and all that. That's the problem. A lot of these guys, once I got to selling drugs when I was younger, then I used to goddamn pick up the book and understand the federal guideline. I understand they change. They don't really change every year, but maybe every 3 years they change. So you gotta, I understood before I even got my time. I already knew how much time I was gonna get, what guideline I fall under. A lot of people don't understand. When the feds go to sentence you, anything that's on your record within the last 14 years, they can use that against you. Meaning this, if you'd had 2 speeding tickets 13 years ago, if you get sentenced right now, they're going to use them 2 speeding tickets as point. You're going to get a half a point. But that a half and a half equal 1 point. So now you might be on 3 points or 4 points. That 1 point take you from doing 0 to 11 months or 0 to 1 year by you getting that extra point for something you did 13 years ago. Ran a stop sign, whatever you did to get a ticket. That 1 point can put you in another category. Now you go from doing less than a year to now you're looking at 24 months to 36 months. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that. So I knew all about the point system, knew all about it because that was the game I was in. A lot of these guys, they get in there and the feds say, they give them the time, you got 120 months. A lot of niggas can't count. They got to wait till they get back to their jail cell. 12, 24, 36. You see what I'm
10
saying?
years.
Yeah, 10 years, nigga, you can't add. So, you know what I'm saying? I heard a nigga, this is what I heard a nigga do. I mean, when I went to go get my time, dude from Frankton, Tennessee, first black dude I ever heard or seen that was in prison for meth at that time. He was from Frankton, Tennessee. Man, they gave that boy 296 months. He come back, man, I'm straight, man.
Hold on. He said he was straight?
He didn't know what how much 296 months was. Listen, he thinking, he thinking, a lot of them think it's that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing but a couple years. See a nigga in there, you got niggas that have a pen. You know what I'm saying? So niggas start adding 12. Hey, nigga got to 120. Nigga said, you say you got how many months? That nigga said 296. Nigga said, you got 296. Well, 120 is 240. Nigga, that's 20 years. You got how many months? Nigga said 296. Nigga said, man, I ain't gonna even count no more. You got over 20 years. Man, that nigga passed out and hit his head on the wall. Nigga literally fainted, man, because they don't add them months up, don't realize, man, they just hid you, dog. They just hid you, man. You just got 296 months, man. And a lot of niggas can't add, don't realize how much time it is till they actually goddamn add that shit up. So, hey, you better know that law before you get into anything you do. Because if you don't know that law, they gotta knock your head off, man. And they got a place for you. They ain't playing.
So how do you feel about, because I got a homeboy who he locked up now on a conspiracy charge.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, man, I'm gonna tell you, I went to his, when they quote unquote gave him his time and they presented the little evidence, I was in the courtroom with him. And I was like, all they presented on him was he rode to Atlanta with a dude and he talked on the phone with the dude. And they gave this man over 10 years. They ain't present how much dope he had, nothing. I was like, hold up. This how I think.
Right.
I done rode to Atlanta with a dude.
Right.
I done talked on the phone with a dude.
Right.
So that could have been me.
Right.
So I'm like, I might not even knew that he was selling dope.
Right.
Or even if I knew, when we weren't on no dope run.
Right.
But because they watching him, oh, we gonna get you too.
Right.
And I don't think a lot of people understand, especially the conspiracy thing. What's your thoughts on that?
See, the conspiracy came up, the feds came up. See, that's what I say. I did my homework on all this when I got in the game. Conspiracy came up for the mafia. They couldn't get the head man, like say for instance, they couldn't get John Gotti. It go way before John Gotti. So they can't get the mastermind and the main man they want to get. So what they did was they came up with the conspiracy, meaning they could tie you in with your crew. That's the whole conspiracy charge was just to get the mafia. So once they was able to put a lot of people in the mafia down because of conspiracy, I agree with you. It's fucked up. You should have to be able to prove that I did this. Not just because I hang around these people, because like you say, when I was in the game, I had people hung around me that didn't sell nothing. Didn't say, yeah, they knew what we did, but they ain't never sold nothing. But they could have got them 10 years just because if they name would have got to put in a conspiracy. So no, it's not right. You know what I'm saying? But that whole conspiracy, it wasn't for nobody black. It was for them Italians. It was for the mafia. So that's how it is. And then they seen how it worked. So they used it to their advantage, and it always worked. So they went from getting 2 or 3 to a whole crew. You know what I'm saying? So it worked in their favor. I think it's fucked up, but that's why I always say, boy, if you're gonna sell dope, you better not have a clique like that. If you do, y'all better not talk on that phone, and you better not be able to let them tie y'all in together, because when they can't get you, they're gonna hit you with conspiracy. Conspiracy is the worst drug charge to have. I'd rather get anything else. Let me get it by myself. Don't give me a conspiracy call. Conspiracy gonna get you forever.
Cause when I thought about that, and I'm sitting in there, and I'm like, hold up. Cause I'm from the hood. So
right.
Being in that element, you know dudes who sell dope.
Right.
So I'm like, and then it made me realize when I was in the 12th grade, a dude I know got jammed up. How I found out he got jammed up. Now I'm in school. I ain't never sold no dope, even to this day, a day in my life.
Right.
How I found out he got jammed up, the resource officer at Howard High School, John Carter, what's his name?
I know Big John Carter. Yeah.
He pulled me to the side. He said, "Hey, Roller, let me holler at you." I'm like, "Man, what? I know I ain't did nothing."
Right.
So I'm like, "Man, what you want to holler at me for?" So he pulled me to the side. He said, "Hey, I just want you to know we got your boy." I said, "Who is my boy?" I said, "Man, I don't know what you're talking about." So he told me, and he told me exactly what he got caught with. And I'm like, oh, so, but then my mind started wondering, how do you connect me with him?
Right, right.
So I ain't no fool. I'm like, okay, so this way deeper than what people realize.
Yep.
And even with the gang thing, like, while everybody was talking about when they were pushing that RICO thing, I'm like, y'all don't even understand what's going on.
Right.
Because if you from, like I was looking at the point system, it only just like to go into the feds, you get weighed by points. Being in a gang, they could put somebody in a gang who not in a gang based on their point system.
Right. Yep.
Like one of the things is if you wear a certain color, gang paraphernalia color.
Right.
If you know a certain dude, or if you get caught taking a picture with a certain dude who gang affiliated. And I'm like, I'm from this hood. I've wore this color. I've been in these certain pictures. So they could have put me in a gang and I ain't never been in no gang.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's why I be telling people, like, y'all don't even know what these folks doing. And then it was a situation, who was it? Like, think about this too. Have you ever noticed when it was a white dude? I'm trying to think of the white dude name. He just said something. Oh, it just dawned on me. You remember the coach at UTC who said something about Stacey Abrams?
Yeah.
They just fired.
The offensive line coach. Yeah.
Check this out. This is how my mind works. Now, I'm like, and I even told this to a white guy I work with. I was like, hey, bro. I was like, and people are going to get mad, but I'm going to say it on the D program show. I'm going to say it. I was like, bro, what did he do?
Right.
I said, now it might not have been right for him to call her name. I get that.
Right.
But if he's an offensive line coach, he made a fat joke, right?
Right.
Most of the dudes on the offensive line are what?
Fat.
So this ain't the first time he done said a fat joke.
Right.
And my point was, if she wasn't Stacey Abrams, he'll still have a job.
You're right.
So my thing is, okay, what y'all don't understand is, if they'll do it to him, and he work at UTC, me working at this little bitty company, if I say certain stuff, oh, now you fired too.
Yeah.
So what they doing, they setting the president, and people don't, like all the black folks, like, yeah, fire him. I'm like, do y'all really realize what y'all do?
Right.
Because now, okay, how many dudes we know that get on the book and just pop off at the lip or get on Instagram and just say anything?
Now you fired. They don't understand it, like you say. They don't understand what they start. They really don't.
And I'm
And
like,
I agree with you.
I be looking, I be like, so y'all cheering this on? Y'all don't even know what's coming down the pipeline.
Yep. Because they don't think outside the box. Like I told you. Anything like that, I do my research on. They don't even know this coach that got fired. People don't even know he used to coach at an all-black college. You feel what I'm saying? He was that, if I'm not mistaken, when I read it, because I did, I looked up his background, where he coached from. I was just curious. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Virginia State. It was an all-black college. So my thing is this, like, black folks, our skin been thick. So what tripped me out is once a motherfucker said, now they like, oh shit, he said this or she said that. Motherfucker, they been saying, that ain't the first time they said, that ain't the first time you heard it. So yeah, they said it out loud. Okay, all of a sudden now you offended by it, but you ain't been offended by it, and you know they've been saying it. So now you're offended. So therefore, they push it and take it too far, because at the end of the day, and people ain't gonna like that, I'm gonna say this. Black people always talking about racism, right? Yeah. Black people are the most racist motherfucker that it is. You know that, man.
Of course.
But motherfuckers don't want to hear that, though. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to hear that. Black folks is racist. You take white folks. Okay, we know KKK and all that. You got white folks racist against black. Okay. But I see so many black people race against our own kind, man. But people don't want to speak on that, because if you look at all this hate that go on, that's racism too. You hating on your own kind, but you don't want to knock that. You don't want to knock yourself as a racist, but you'll say the white man or the white lady, they racist. Man, y'all racist, motherfucker, black people racist, most racist motherfucker, goddamn it is, man. But they don't speak on it. But my thing is this: why let stuff like that bother you? Because yeah, he said it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't upset by it, because
me either.
He been feeling that way. You got a lot of people to feel that way. Hell, you got black people that goddamn say she fat and all that. So because a white person said, now you have an issue with it. See, that's what I have an issue with. I have an issue that you have an issue with a white person said, but I guarantee you, a black person said the same damn thing about her, but they'll let that slide though. So my thing is, you say you want an even playing field, but when you said it's okay to be up here, but when the white person said that, oh, they just low down and dirty, let's keep the playing field equal. You know what I'm saying? So they go back to what I say. You got to play the game to win. Prime example, I was reading yesterday, all these, and they were black female, and they were right in Chattanooga. These female, so many of them hate the vice president, man. They hate Vice President Harris. Oh, she a sellout. She locked up all them niggas when she was in California. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is my thing. Motherfucker couldn't believe that I didn't have no problem with her. Let me tell you why I don't have a problem with on your show. This is why I don't have a problem with it. It goes back to what we touched on a few minutes ago. How the fuck am I have a problem with a lady who went to college for this? She got her degree in, this is what she majoring. She majored in to be an attorney. She majored in to be able to lock folks up. So she had to pretty much major on criminal justice. When I went to college, that's what I majored in, criminal justice. You see what I'm saying? Because I want to educate myself, because I was a dirty motherfucker back then. You feel what I'm saying? So if I want to know how to get away with something, I need to know the laws. You feel what I'm saying? So I major in criminal justice. So this is what this lady majoring. So now she low down and dirty, because this is what the lady major in. So she took an oath to do a job. So like I tell motherfuckers, y'all say she locked up all these black folks. Did she put the dope in that nigga hand? Did she make the nigga sell the dope? Did she tell the nigga to goddamn try to make 100,000 off of 30,000? The nigga did that. So when the nigga get caught and he come in her courtroom, she got to do what she got hired and took an oath to do, regardless if it's 1 year, 2 years, 20 years. That's still the lady job. So like you say, so I'm supposed to be mad at her because she gave me or my cousin all this time, but my cousin put himself in that situation. That's one. The other part was, you mad because she married to a white man? What the fuck do they got to do with you? You feel what I'm saying? I made so many black girls mad that was like, I think you wrong for saying, how? That lady entitled to be married to whoever to make her fuck, whoever make her happy. If that man make her happy, man, I salute her and that man. That's not none of my motherfucking business. I don't care who she married to, as long as you can go in there and do a job that's going to help people and all that. That's the only thing people should care about. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, as far as me, I don't give a damn who in office. It don't matter, you Democrat, Independent, Republican. Me and my family gonna eat regardless. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna get out there and make it do what it do. So I don't give a damn who in office is, because at the end of the day, like I said, it don't matter if you're Democrat, Independent, Republican, whoever is president, they all dirty. They all dirty. It's a game. You in it to win it. So therefore, you think a motherfucker ain't gonna be a president, vice president, and then they're like, hey, I'm gonna give you these 100,000, I'm gonna give you 200,000, give me this law right here, or pass this right here, or let me get this right here. It been going on for years. So why? Then they say, oh, she a hoe. She used to mess with this married man. And well, you know all that. Guess what I say? That's that lady pussy. That ain't got nothing to do with y'all, man. You feel what I'm saying? Why is you mad about who this lady may slept with? And like I said, she might slept with him. He think he gets some ass. She trying to get somewhere. That's part of the game. It been going on. If that's what she did,
sad
it
to
ain't
say,
none of my
but
business.
you're 100% right. I said sad to say, but you're 100% right.
Yeah. So she did what, if she did, like I say, I don't know what she did. That's what they claim. I read up on it. You know, they got pictures when she was with the black dude that was married, all that. At the end of the day, she did what she did to further her career. And I say this. So like, yeah, she a sellout, she a hoe. Well, call her what you want, but you gotta call her vice president. You can call her the whole vice president, hoe. You can call her whatever you want. At the end of the day, that lady did shit that goddamn ain't nobody did before. I don't have a problem with none of that, man. Just like when Trump was in there. Hey, people can say what they want to say about Trump. He knew what he was doing. Where I draw the line is he fucked up himself, because if he wasn't too much of a fool, he would have got reelected. He just started doing the most, man. You feel what I'm saying? He had too many people behind him. Only thing he had to do is halfway do right, and he would have got reelected. His own people went against him, voted against him, because he started doing too much, man. When you start doing too much and you alienate your own people who voted for you, you know what I'm saying? Because you look at how close the vote was in Atlanta. Atlanta been a Republican state for 22 years. 22 years. If that man would have halfway did right, look how slim of a margin was. It would end up being like 56,000, 70,000 votes he ended up losing for. If that man would have did halfway right, man, he would have won Atlanta. He would have won Pennsylvania. He would be right back in that White House. But he pissed so many folks off by doing the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people like him. Look what all them fools did at the Capitol. You got a lot of people believe in him, man. I don't have nothing bad to say about him. I say this. I don't hate him. All I say, man, he's a damn fool. He make me laugh because he a circus. But when you can be that strong and have that many people believe in you and follow you, man, you gotta be smart somewhere down the line. You know what I'm saying? Or you got a good talk game. So that's why I say, man, I don't have no problem with Trump, man. Trump was a damn fool. But what he did do, what I did like was, that nigga go at any motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Hey, now that's what I liked about it. Hey, but he was just one. You talk against me, I'm coming at you. And he did that. So you have to respect him, man. But at the end of the day, he had a plan. I just think, me personally, I think he got off his plan and got to feeling himself too much, and he fucked his own self.
Peep game, though. Peep game.
Mm-hmm.
I think his plan worked to perfection.
Mm-hmm.
Now check this out.
Okay.
Back in the 80s,
mm-hmm.
he's on record and said, if this and this happen, all I gotta do is run as a Republican and say this, and I'll be the president of the United States.
He did say that. You're right.
So check this out. Check this out. If you're a boss This man is worth millions, right?
Right.
So he making what I think last time I checked, the president make $400,000 a year.
Right.
So it was in his best interest on the low not to get reelected.
Right.
So now he went in office and he got more followers when he come out. See, people looking at the office and stuff like that. When you are a president, you got to answer to the Senate, and the Congress and the Senate, or you got to answer to two different people. You can't just go in there and say, hey, this is my stuff, and I'm going to run this the way I want to run it.
Right.
He know this. So he like, okay, how can I get in there to make a business plan to make it to where when I leave, I'm even more powerful than when I came?
He did that.
People caught up on, okay, Trump this, Trump that, Trump this. But I guarantee you, if Trump drop any product tonight,
they go buy.
Sell out.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. When you look at it from your point of view, what you saying, you absolutely right.
He won.
Yeah.
Because think about this. He's not a politician anyway.
Right.
So they say, check this out. I believe he was groomed to be the president just for those 4 years.
Yeah, that could be true, yeah.
Because check this out. When he was apprentice,
yeah,
he lived out the apprentice through his presidency. You fired.
He did.
How many dudes you know fired that many people as the president?
Never, none.
Then he the only president that I know of in the history of the United States that went off on his vice president before he went out of office. That should have told you, man, I don't care nothing about this, man.
Yeah.
And then the cold game is this how they run game on us. I listened very closely before and after. Before Trump got in office, no one said he was a racist.
Right.
So now, because he running on the Republican ticket, he hate black people, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So I'm looking. How many dudes, even on his way out, that was black, did he put on that list and say, hey, y'all come on home?
He put quite a few on there. Yeah.
So if I hate you, this is just how I think. If I hate you, bruh, Obama. Now everybody, when Obama was in office, everybody was all, oh, we made it. Yes, we can. What did he? I mean, this is how I look at it. Obama did more, and I'm gonna say it. Obama did more for homosexuals than he did for black folk.
What you said, and that's absolutely true. Absolutely true.
So really, if they want to get real down for real with it, and I know people gonna be pissed when this come out. Trump did more for black people than Obama did, even by letting them dudes out at the end, the last day. Think about this. This man let Kodak Black out.
Kodak Black.
He told Lil Wayne, hey man, just chill. You ain't gotta go to jail. Kwame Kilpatrick. The dude got it. Hey man, come on home.
Hey, he had 25 years. He only did 7.
He said, come on to the crib.
And Harry O, the founder of Death Row Records,
told Harry O, hey man, come on to the crib.
Yeah. And he had 7 years left. And Harry O went in for killing, dope dealing, and everything.
So this is my thing. I'm like, so y'all really, like I be hearing dudes and I be like, so y'all, they really got us messed up.
Yeah.
Cause what we do is, and I've noticed this with the Republicans, with white folks, they tell they say the Republicans tell white folks this. The Democrats, they gonna take your guns. They gonna take your guns.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I hear that. This is what I tell. I know dudes who diehard NRA members. Get what I tell them?
What?
Bro, they ain't took your gun yet.
Yeah.
What you tripping on?
Yeah, right.
Then when a Republican get in office, they especially when they white, they don't like y'all. They don't like y'all. All they gotta do is tell white folks the Democrat gonna take your gun. They tell black folks he racist. They did it with Bush. They did it with Trump. And I'm like,
yeah.
And then you said something key. No matter who's in office, you still got to bring that bread to your table so your family can eat.
Yeah.
And I just look at it like this. Bro, why am I worried about a man who ain't got really little to... He don't even... See, this is what they fail to realize. He just a face.
Yep.
That's why me and Marie Mott, she did something the other day on her live, and she was like, why people don't vote? I'm 100% advocate, and I tell folks, I don't vote.
Right.
Folks get mad. What you mean you don't vote? You ain't voting yet? Listen, man, I'm a working man. We work. I tell people this, and I said it on her live. I live in a right-to-work state. So people say, what is that? On my job, I could go in tomorrow and they can say, you fired. And I can't do nothing about it because it's a right-to-work state. So I'm like, bro, what? For one, if y'all want me to vote, get that off the book first.
Right.
If y'all want me to vote, get that off the book. Then I noticed this, and I use this analogy a lot. How can I go? I want a job with Bigfoot, right?
Mm-hmm.
How can I come to Bigfoot and say, hey, I want to come in. I want a job first. Cause when you give me a job, I'm on the entry level. So I'm saying, Mr. Reed, I want to work for Bigfoot Fitness. But I'm telling you, before I get the job, I want to tell you how to run Bigfoot Fitness. Do that even make sense?
Don't make none whatsoever.
And then that's why I be telling folks, y'all can miss me with that politic game, because that's just like the boogeyman. When you're a child, you think it exists. But once you deal in the real world, bro, I ain't tripping on no Democrat. I ain't tripping on no Republican. What I'm tripping on, y'all coming to me talking about, hey, let's play. See, this part of the game I just can't get with. Let's play the game. I'm like, what have it got us anyway? Democrat or Republican? And think about this. When you were growing up, how many times did you see a Republican come to you trying to get you to vote throughout 4 years when it wasn't time for election?
None.
Now, being in the quote unquote black community, we see Democrats, but they don't have to work for our vote because we've been told vote Democrat, vote Democrat, vote Democrat.
Right.
So I'm like, bro, the Democrats don't do nothing for us. I lived in the project, and all the people in the project were voting Democrat. They ain't never upgrade the project, never.
Right.
So I see the Democrats who we voting for as a people, and the Republicans, they don't come around in Tennessee because I tell people, y'all do know this is a Republican state.
Republican state, yep.
So they were like, what you mean? I said, look, man, how many presidents that you know of even come to this state to campaign if he a Democrat? They say, maybe 1, 2. I say, y'all know why, don't you? That man ain't finna waste his time to come down here and he know this already sold out.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
So I look at it like this. Bro, while we playing checkers, they playing chess.
Yep.
Like you ain't been that's why I started this show, because I'm the type of dude, I ain't finna just go with what you put in front of me.
Right. You got to prove that shit to me. Show me proof.
And see what people get mad about me. Well, man, you supposed to be, man, listen, man. I know how to think for myself.
For myself, yep.
And then I'm going to put you up on some cold game. It's a dude out of Texas, and he done showed me how these dudes work. I ain't going to call no name, but when I explain what they do, you going to already know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You got people, and it's not just in this city, but in this city as well. They talk bad about they people. I'm gonna make it clear. They talk bad about us. They look like us. They talk bad about us. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Anything that we for, they go against. We in this city, we Democrats. So they say we ride with the Republicans. So I'm peeping game, and this dude named Charleston White, he said, man, he out of Texas. He said, man, I studied Rush Limbaugh, I studied Don Imus, and I studied Bill O'Reilly. And he was like, they agitators. And I'm listening to him.
Mm-hmm.
He said, what I developed is I got a little knowledge, so I know how in certain, he's saying I know how to play the game. So black people get paid to talk about black people.
Mm-hmm.
And what people get mad about is when we listen to these rappers, we be talking dirty about each other. How many times you heard the rappers who talk bad about our women, who be talking about killing another brother, they rise up to the top.
Right.
So why am I mad at this dude who doing the same thing as the rapper? He ain't on no beat.
Yeah. Right? he doing it at the beat.
He playing his position. So get what they do. Dude knew that the black community hates Donald Trump. So what he did, he put the Trump hat on. So what he doing is he drawing attention to himself. And this the dude named Charleston White. And he get in the game, and I'm like, oh, so this what you on. He talked bad about Kamala Harris too. And what it is, when black folks love somebody, you talk crazy about them. And one of the reasons I just peep game is black folks love to go back and forth with people who hate them.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when they look like them, you a sellout, you a sellout, you a sellout, blah, blah. And they give them all their attention. And then while they giving them all their attention, these people rise up to the ranks. So what they doing, they playing the same position as a rapper, and they'll draw you in, and it's just like me and you make a diss record about each other.
Yeah.
If you diss me and I don't respond, what good is the diss gonna do?
Right.
And this dude be on IG Live, and he be talking crazy to folks. And soon as somebody talk like they got some sense, he cut them off.
Damn.
But the reason he cut them off, because that's boring. He trying to keep people entertained.
Yeah, yeah.
So what these dudes doing, and it's a dude do that, a couple of dudes do that here. And he do it, and I'm like, oh, so he doing exactly what he doing. And it's working for both of them. Both of them are nationally known. And I'm like, so y'all playing the same role as the rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all getting paid for it. And I used to be like, why do they do that? And then when he broke the game down, I was like, it makes sense.
Right.
And I thought about it. I said, if I was to do this, I know how to make this show pop, but I ain't finna talk bad about my people. I just can't do that.
Right, right.
If I was to get on Facebook tomorrow and say, black women, y'all ain't blah, 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 You know how many black women to be ready? What you mean I ain't blah, 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 blah. They can't just, man, leave him alone, man. That man tripping. They can't do that. They got to respond. That's their bait.
Yep.
When you bait them in, now guess what? The people who really don't like you, they coming in too. So you getting the white folks who don't like black folks, and you getting the black folks who don't like me for saying what I'm saying, and I'm reeling them all in.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, they all entertain, and they make ratings go up, and they get paid.
And that's what it is. Go back to one thing, all about the money.
So I know you know one of the situations I'm talking about, and people hate these folks, and I'm like, y'all let these folks drag y'all on an emotional roller coaster.
Yep.
And one thing I'm gonna mention, what you deal. I know you got children by black women. Right. I deal with black women. Mm-hmm. I try to tell my wife, why do y'all like to argue?
Right.
And think about this, bro. If they get mad and you don't argue with them, for the most part across the board, this even for my own mama, they get even madder.
Yeah.
Why you want me to go back and forth with you? So what dudes do, like the Charleston white dude, and even it's a dude on YouTube, Tommy Sotomayor. Mm-hmm. They specialize in pissing black women off, so black women can watch them. Right?
Yeah. It's a game, ain't it?
I just be like, when dude broke that down, I was like, man, it's a cold thing, man.
Hey, you smart too, because I try to tell people about Patrick Hampton. Like, hey, y'all don't realize what he doing? Listen, I pay him no mind. He married to my first cousin. I know his game, man. But people feed into him so much because he's trying to get that platform. He got a lot of motherfucking followers. A lot of people watch him, man. You feel what I'm saying? He already tried to run for an office. He didn't get but 1%. So he's trying to build on that, man. And if he keep going, he Republican. And he a true Trump supporter. But like you say, that man know what he doing, man. You know what I'm saying? But
think about this. That's why they brought him and put him on CNN.
Yeah. Yep. He know what he doing. And people, like you say, me and you, we got a grasp on, like, man, I tell people all the time, they were like, man, I can't believe you ain't knocked this block off. I said, that's what he would want me to do. You feel what I'm saying? He know where I stand. I've been told over my aunt them out. Boy, you cross me one time, I'm gonna put you to sleep. He don't cross me, he don't say nothing. He try to hold a conversation with me. I have had a conversation with what I try to tell people is, I said, he a very intelligent black man. He's very intelligent. So he know what he's doing. A person that intelligent is not stupid. You feel what I'm saying?
Not at all.
But y'all keep wanting to argue, then tag me into want me to see what he's saying. I had to tell, like William Esson, I had to tell him, man, don't tag me in another goddamn thing about Patrick Hampton. Because I don't care nothing about it. Y'all put so much intention, y'all keep giving him these views and making his rating go up. He know what to do. He know what to do. The man don't hate black folks that bad, because if he did, my cousin, she all nigga. She all black. And he married to her and got 4 kids with her.
It's chess, not checkers. It's chess, not checkers.
It's chess, not checkers. And they don't understand that, man. They do not understand that.
Check this out. Yeah. I've been interviewing people for a while. Mm-hmm. The biggest, craziest thing, the biggest interview audience, when I was doing it on live, the biggest audience was from him.
Yeah, I believe it.
And guess what folks were saying? Man, why you bring him on here? Blah, 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 blah.
Hey, your views, once again, it's chess, nigga. It ain't check.
And I'm talking to him. I'm like, okay, I don't agree with everything he say, but I'm seeing how he move, and I'm like, boy, you all.
He's shy, baby. He's shy.
Cause I was like, my thing is, bruh, I ain't finna feed into that. Whatever, I see what you on.
Yeah.
I interview you, we'll have a conversation. And what people got mad, why you ain't attack him? I had folks call me, man, you supposed to hit him with this, you supposed to hit him with that. I say, hey, man, when I ask somebody something, I don't have to like their response.
Right, right.
I just want to know your point of view.
Yeah.
When you break it, that what you on, bro. That what you on. I ain't tripping.
10%. Yeah. Right.
But
You
man,
right.
You
absolutely right.
He definitely shy with that thing, man.
Hey, and once they learn, like, man, what he doing? But guess what? A lot of our black folks, they ain't going, I'm cool for right now. They ain't going to catch it because they can't think outside the box. They can't see like me and you what he's doing. They can't see every time they get mad at him, that's what he want, and it's stretching them views. Dude trying to patent his resume so he can make that next power move, and they helping him. If you don't want him to make that power move, then stop feeding into it.
They can't. They can't though.
They can't. Yeah.
Cause he done put out so cold over bait. He like, come here. It's just like, it's like he pimping them and they don't even know it.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing too, man. Hey, he pimping these folks, and they don't even realize, man, that's what he's doing. He pimping them cold. I sit back and laugh, man, because when I have had, I'm gonna tell you what I did one time. We had a picnic. I think it was 2 years ago. Might have been 3, because my grandma's still alive. So about 3 years ago, we had a picnic. My aunt, which is my cousin who he married to, she always do a little picnic out at the river park. So it was just a little family thing. So he there. So do I care for him? No, but I don't pay him no mind. I said to myself, when I pulled up and seen him, I said, I'm gonna pick his brain. I just want to see. Man talk intelligent. The man know what he talking about. For what?
That he knew.
Yeah, he know what he know what he talking about. You feel what I'm saying? So I sit and listen, and I'm laughing on the inside because I'm like, he's sharp, man. He is sharp, man. But he only do that to get an audience. You feel what I'm saying? But you catch him one-on-one, he's not on that. So I laughed. So I was like, man, y'all ain't figured out what this man play the game to win. And when you realize you got some people smart enough to play the game and win, man, you might well leave them alone because they smart enough to play the game and win. He ain't finna do no violence. He ain't finna try to fight you. The man gonna put the police on you. He gonna get a lawyer. The man sharp, man. He ain't finna do nothing to get himself in no trouble. They better leave that man alone, man. That's why I laughed, man. I was like, I could knock his block off. And then I just had to catch myself like, man, let me look at it from his point of view. And once I looked from his point, I said, man, this boy playing chess. He playing chess to win. You feel me? Hey, and that's just how it is. But his mom and daddy, they be on my uncle's house. His parents don't agree with him. They Democrats. You know what I'm saying? But the man got a plan. The man got a strategy, and it's all working. Somebody sent me something about the other day where William Aston, who was sent to my inbox about what he put that he had to get a lawyer because they thought he was at the Capitol and they doing all that. So I'm reading it, what he said, I'm laughing. But this is what I do. Instead of really paying attention to what he's saying, I look down there and see how many goddamn comments and response that he had. Man, it was like 2.9 thousand. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I said, boy, and I seen all them comments, and he asking for people to donate. Now, I don't know who all donated, but dog, he had over 253 comments, man. Hey, and it's white people on there, dog. So he got a follower. The man probably raised about $50,000 by now. But the man know what he's doing. So when you go up against somebody like that, man, unless you playing chess, you can't go up against somebody like he playing checker. I mean, he playing chess. They ain't even the black people ain't even playing checker. They playing Uno and Sorry. They ain't in this league, man. Hey, so at the end of the day, you got to play the game and win. Like you say, man, this game of life is chess. It ain't checkers. And that's just real talk.
Man. So what you got going on, man, before we get up out of here?
Man, hey, man, I got my hands in a little bit of everything, man. You know, I got rental property, I got Bigfoot Fitness, I got Bigfoot Private Enforcement, I got Bigfoot Bodyguard. Actually, Saturday I gotta go out of town. Gucci Man got a new artist. I think I'm saying his name right. Big Scar, big something. I'm bodyguard for him on Saturday night, man. So I got a lot of bodyguard stuff going on, man. And for the people who don't know, man, I got a total right now, 6 barbershops and salon. I got 2 in Nashville, I got 2 in Atlanta, and I got 2 in Griffin, Georgia. So you know what I'm saying, man, I got my hand on everything now. I'm over management. Swag season, man. So you know, I'm sticking my hand, investing my hands in a lot of stuff, man. And I'm trying to get with not trying right now. I'm in the process with Jay Price. Trying to go through so I can become a legal bondsman. You know, so got me a lawyer. So he trying to laws and change, federal laws and change. So trying to get me where I can be certified to be a bondsman. So I can get with Jay Price with his bonding company and do that, man. You know, so and you know, just staying busy, man, because I'm trying to get that income to where I say I want it with, man. So I'm 46. I want to be retired by 49, no later than 50 years old, man. So, you know, I'm just staying busy, man, because I'm like this. If it make dollars, it got to make sense for me. If it makes sense, then you know it's make dollars. If you see me working somewhere doing something, you best believe I'm getting paid good because the money got to add up. We can sit down. I might have a high dollar. You know what I'm saying? I might have a high dollar, but at the end of the day, it got to make sense for me, man. So I'm a real true, what I call myself, a black negotiator. Because why I say that is just because I might say, I give a prime example. If I say, hey, with a bodyguard your artist, I need 1,800. And no, man, 1,800, that's crazy, man. I ain't give you no 1,800. I give you 1,200. No, man, I want 1,800. I'm gonna go back and forth. I'm finna bodyguard somebody for 3 hours. I say 1,800, but they only willing to give me 1,200. So you think I'm gonna let 1,200? Well, you think I'm gonna let 1,800 stop me from making 1,200? So now I'm gonna let them think, man, 12, man. No, man, I'm a black negotiator because at the end of the day, I'm gonna seal the deal. So guess what? I'm okay if I go with that 1,200 because at the end of the day, the name of the game is to make money. You feel what I'm saying? How many jobs you can go and work only 3 hours and then go back to your hotel room, lay down and wait till the next day, check out and hit the highway, head back to your hometown that you can make $1,200, man, in just 3 hours. And you ain't doing nothing but just standing there and hoping nobody don't try to bother your artist that you bodyguard. Man, so yeah, so that's it, man. I'm just staying busy, man. I ain't letting go, man, because I just can't. I like eat, man. I like to eat good, man. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm just going hard, man. Just trying to keep pushing my brand, man. That's it. Just keep pushing my brand.
Before I get out of here, man, it just dawned on me when you brought up the bodyguard thing. I seen where you pushed that dude off that stage. Man, tell me about that. I gotta know about that, man.
Okay, well, what that was all about? Let me sit this down. Well, hey, what that was all about, man. For the people who don't know, the video you talking about made the Shade Room, and that was our bodyguard for the rapper out of Chicago, G Herbo, and had been going places with G Herbo. So they reached out to me. I was bodyguard for him. So they told me was that once I told them my price, and since we brought them up, I tell like I told them, I was charging them $1,800 for 3 hours. Anything over 3 hours is additional $350. So therefore, they were having a little issue with some guys in they were having a little issue with some guys in Nashville. I hope this camera didn't go out. Can you still see me?
I can see you now.
Okay. So they were having some issues. They were having some issues with some guys in Atlanta. And I mean, I'm sorry, Nashville. I'm trying to plug this phone up before. But let me plug this phone. Where that there you go. So what it was, they were having an issue with some guys in Nashville. We're doing TSU homecoming. So they told me, they said, anybody get on that stage, we're gonna pay you additional extra $500 to keep them away from G Herbo, because G Herbo's supposed to be a blood. I don't really know if he really is. He's supposed to be a blood, and they were having issues with some guys in Nashville. So they had police down on the steps where you come up on stage. Well, out the corner of my eye, I seen a dude sneaking up the step where shot past police, but he don't have no shirt on. For people who don't know or just got started doing bodyguard, people take their shirt off because they don't want you to be able to grab them. They'll put lotion or baby oil on them because they be up to no good. And so if you go try to grab somebody and they got baby oil all over their body, your hand's gonna slip right off of them. So I made up my mind, anybody do me like that, I'm not trying to grab them. My whole thing is I'm trying to get a hold of their pants so I can see them fly straight off the stage. And that's what happened. The guy shot up past the police, and when I caught her in the corner of my eye, when I looked at the police do me like this. You know what I'm saying? So he don't know what's going on. So to keep the show, but this the thing. G Herbo manager, who paying me, said, I don't want you to stop the show for nothing. Do whatever you got to do, but we don't want to stop this show. Bet, I got you. So therefore, once I seen him, I got to do what I get paid for. I'm already charging him $1,800, plus you're going to give me an extra $500? Man, I got to do what I got to do. So therefore, when he tried to get ready to dip on me, that's when I was able to goddamn get a hold of his pants, and I tried to send him into the 5th row, and that's how he flew up off the stage.
Man, I seen it. I was like, man, he done put that work on there, boy, real quick.
Hey, and come to find out, this was crazy. How it's gonna show you never know what's going on with people. When they searched his car, that boy had 4 guns in his car, and he had a whole bunch of cocaine. They say he'd been snorting and had pills. So you don't know still to this day. They don't know what he was going to try to do. He might was just geeked to high, just trying to get on stage to be seen. But being a bodyguard, if I would let that man hit G Herbo or anything like that, man, my reputation and my name would be ruined when nobody would hire me, because it was like, he can't protect the artist. That's all you get paid to do, like a field goal kicker. You get paid just to kick, not the tackle, just to kick field goals and make extra points of field goal. Bodyguard, I get hired to do one thing: protect my clients by any means necessary. Protect my clients, and I got to do that job. And from that right there, man, I end up getting 10 hot jobs after that, just because they seen how it worked. But you have some people tell you they don't want you when you bodyguard. For some people, they don't want you to pull your phone out. They don't want to take no pictures. They feel like they paying this type of money. You shouldn't be trying to be like other fans. I try to pat my resume. I like to take pictures with people I'm working for, just to show people, okay, this is who I done work for, where they done changed the game. Now they don't want to do the picture stuff, man. They were like, hey, we paying you X amount of dollars. I mean, it's not just me. It's just how it is. We pay you X amount of dollars. We don't want to take no pictures, and we don't want you pulling your phone out trying to take pictures. We just want you to do the job, and that's it. So yeah, but I was shocked, man, that they made the shade room. I mean, I didn't even know. I woke up and some female that I'm friends with on Facebook had tagged me in it, and I went to go look, and I couldn't do nothing but laugh, man, because I seen it, and then I was like, dang, old Bigfoot that made the shade room.
I know so that.
It was cool though, man.
I know that was like you said, I know you had got a lot of jobs just off that, because they were like, oh, we want him. Yeah. Off that alone, hey, we want him.
Yeah, and that's how it was, man. I got a contract just for that, man. We want him, man. I don't know, you might be familiar with Andre Drummond. He played for
He went Cleveland. Yeah,
he
you
played
with
for
Cleveland.
Cleveland now. He had me bodyguard, and him and his wife when they be in Atlanta party. He had me bodyguard. You know, he an NBA player. I done bodyguard for Kevin Love before. You know what I'm saying? So my name got passed on strictly from the Shade Room. Andre Drummond don't know me. He told me he seen me on the Shade Room. So that's where, that's where he got, got that from. Then, of course, I done bodyguard for Tyler Perry, man, and all that. So, so just off that, people see that, and it just patting your resume. People like, yeah. So that's why people don't understand I work out so hard, because my money, my size is my money. I done got so many contracts. Just they see my size. I walk in the room. Oh yeah, we want him. Done deal. They don't know if I can fight or do nothing, but it's just the size. So hey, I'm gonna keep working out till I can't no more.
Man,
So,
man,
yeah.
man. I appreciate this, man, because hey, we hit on a whole lot of heavy stuff, man.
Hey man, it was an honor to be on your show, man. Hey, anything you got going on, man, I'm gonna be happy to always support you. If it's ever anything I can do, man, to help whatever you got going on, man, me and you go way back, man. So hey, you ain't got nothing to do nothing but say the word, man. I salute you. I respect what you're doing, man. Hey, and keep giving to the people right like you doing, big dog.
I got to, man. Hey, this the D Program Show. Got my boy Bigfoot, and we out.
Chill.
All right.
All right.